Welcome back to another episode, and this one we're talking about something that's been going on here in French Polynesia. You see, every single year, approximately 700 sailboats make their way from Panama to French Polynesia. That's 20, 30, sometimes 40 plus days that these sailboats and crew undertake to get here. Why would they do that? Well, it's absolutely stunning, as you can see above water, but below water it's just as incredible. There's also world-class kiting, diving, and surfing here in French Polynesia. But something happened this year that is a little odd. In the span of just 1 month, May of 2025, 5 sailboats sank across a relatively small swath of ocean. 5 separate distress calls, 5 rescues, 0 lives lost. A testament to the French Coast Guard and the French military Dauphine helicopter. But what makes this so alarming is how rare this used to be. In 2020, 2021, and 2022, there were no documented offshore sailboat losses in French Polynesia. In 2023 and 2024, there was 1 in each year. One was a whale strike, the next was a rudder failure. Now this year, we've had 5 in a single month. That's unprecedented. It began on May 3rd, a VHF distress call from a catamaran sinking between Tahiti and Raiatea. 6 people aboard rescued in the dark by a helicopter. Then May 19th, a US flagged boat overturned near Tawata near the Marquesas. May 25th, a Turkish yacht near Mopilia. May 26th, another catamaran west of Maria, and finally May 31st, Luna Bay 2 family aboard, including a child, struck a floating object unidentified and sank 70 miles from Uapu, again near the Marquesas. 5 boats lost, all in the month of May. Were these all freak accidents, or is something else going on beneath the surface? That's what we're uncovering in this episode, and when disaster strikes, does insurance cover you? If you're just joining us, last year we sailed from Panama across the Pacific in search of the ultimate playground. Right now we're deep in the Tuamotus, an endless stretch of sunken volcanoes scattered across the ocean, but with fresh food running low and a growing list of repairs, it's time to haul anchor. Tonight, we set sail overnight to Tahiti, the hub of the South Pacific. Are you in neutral? We're way over the balls. So a lot of people actually don't like sailing at night, and we don't either, especially near land. We hate sailing near land, but with all of our previous tracks, we're pretty okay with this little exit here. You're up, Ashley.
So 2 nights to Tahiti, but I'm sad to be saying goodbye to the Tuamotus.
Give your phone for satellite imagery. It's kind of dark now.
I'd like that. These things are so bright.
You guys ready for Tahiti?
Yeah.
The big city?
Yeah. I have a present for everybody when we're gonna have a special breakfast. Mom said we're gonna restart her birthday.
Did I say that? My birthday was totally awesome out here, but no comment.
How many maps do we have up?
4 maps. We have our open CPN with our tens of tracks of getting in and out of here at all times of day and night. We have our Navionics, which actually still has our track from the last time we entered here. And we have the Orca tablet and Orca satellite imagery on this one. And then I always double check everything with my Google Maps. And if Google Maps has clouds, then I go to Apple Maps and so on and so forth. So we have eyes in the sky, guys.
There is not one single charting application we trust. Not Navionics, not satellite imagery, not any single map. I think that's a good thing. I think it's good to not put all your trust all on one chart. So that's why we have so many different systems, and we will always have so many different systems. Both different charts, different GPS systems, different devices, whether that's pads, laptops, built-in things like Raymarine. So I'm just out here right now spotting. There's not much I can do once I see something to change course, but I think we should be turning now. Circling back to those 5 sinkings, let's be really clear. It doesn't take a storm to sink a yacht. Most go down in perfectly calm conditions. Even with all the tech aboard these days, most sinkings still come down to 3 things. First, water ingress you can't stop. Second, a failure you didn't notice. And third, a mistake you can't undo. The first is really simple. The water comes in faster than you can pump it out. The second being an equipment failure you didn't notice that happened to us in the Java Sea.
It's 4 a.m. What's happening?
One of the hose clamps on the freshwater system blew. So our engine room filled up with water. I didn't notice till the bilge pump started going off.
What day is it? Is it your birthday too?
Oh, it's my birthday too. Point here is that water ingress is silent. Unless you hear your bilge alarm or see it visually, you'll never notice it until it's already really late in the game. And third, a mistake you can't undo. That's crossing the bar at the wrong tide, or setting offshore when there's no turning back. Once you're out here, you're committed, sometimes with days to go before the safety of the next port. What makes the recent sinkings in French Polynesia so eerie is that these were 5 very different yachts, different crews, different designs, all ending up in the same place in a short period of time. The life raft, and then the rescue helicopter.
It's the end of a busy day out here, and we've been out running a ton of errands to get the boat ready to go, and this has become my absolute favorite way to wind down. I started using Dream over a year ago, and it's been such a game changer for my sleep. I fall asleep faster, I sleep deeper, and I wake up actually feeling energized. If I've been in front of the computer too much, or just having a lot on my mind like tonight, I make what is essentially the best hot chocolate without all the artificial stuff. No sugar, dairy, gluten. It's a huge treat before you go to bed. Most of you already know good sleep affects everything: mood, immune system, stress, even how quickly you react the next day. Anyway, tonight I made the original flavor, cinnamon cocoa. It's my favorite. Ben's is the chocolate peanut butter, but he's also almost polished off a bag of the sea salt caramel. It's just so good, and I never wake up feeling groggy. Dream has all natural ingredients. It has reishi, magnesium, melatonin, just to name a few. In a recent study, 90% of people said Dream helped them experience less nighttime restlessness. You can try it with our biggest discount at 35% off. Just click the link below, and you can also subscribe to save 35% off your first month and 20% every month after that. Here's to a better night's sleep.
There's something about being out in the open ocean, and it's not the water. It's the lack of obstructions. On land, we rarely go out at night to just watch the stars. But out here, Willa asks to sit and watch the stars almost every night. Do you see that, Willa? That's a moonrise.
Look at the stars for a little bit.
Yeah, you can look at the stars. Come sit on my lap.
You have to leave your head up while we're doing time for shooting stars.
That's right. And the sunrises and sunsets, they're equally breathtaking. Not because they're rare, but because there's nothing in the way.
Dad, pull in.
What do we got, buddy? There might be a stinky tuna though, buddy. All right, I got it. I can see it. Can you see it? You see the flash down there, Bodhi?
What are you doing, Dad?
I'll pull it in my hand, buddy. We got a fish on. High five. Oh, it's a skipjack. Yeah, you want to kiss it?
Yeah.
Stinky fish. You smell it? Sorry, buddy. There's a stinky fish. As we make landfall, we're greeted with a field of floating debris. Lots of seaweed and wood we didn't bother filming, but also a few things we did. No, turn left to port. Turn to port 50. No, I think it's an overturned boat. All right, that's enough. That's enough. Very slow down. We found an overturned kayak. It's kind of crazy. I hope there's no one on it or around it.
I guess that's an IFO, an identified floating object, instead of a UFO. Yeah, that would be really hard for us to pick up right now in the sea, so we're gonna let it go. I hope someone's not missing it too much. It is rough out here.
There's so much stuff in the water. There's been logs, there's been lumber, there's been kayaks. Yeah, there's a huge piece of lumber that we came across just now, probably 12 feet long. It was like a 4x4. Looked like a nice piece of lumber, but that would do a bit of damage if you hit it perpendicular. And that brings us to one specific sinking, the Luna Bay 2, a Outremer 45. They struck a UFO, not the flying kind, the unidentified floating object kind. Now, that kind of impact alone isn't always fatal, but what matters is what's underneath the boat. In Outremer's own Facebook post, we can shed a little light on what caused this sinking. I will translate to English, but the source is here. The impact caused significant water ingress at the sail drive on the port hull. And here's where I think a lot of modern cruising cats have a real vulnerability. The sail drive. That's the part connecting your engine to the propeller, and it also happens to be a big hole in the bottom of your boat. Let me show you where it came out of. The difference between water coming in the boat is this rubber seal. Holy shit, there's a crack in it. Look at this. That is the start of having the whole hull go underwater. And just in case you're wondering, yes, Luna Bay 2 did have skegs in front of their sail drives. A little feature designed to try and stop the sail drives from getting knocked off. It didn't matter. I feel extremely vulnerable offshore sailing a boat with sail drives. Okay, found something.
Let me show everybody.
Dinner.
It's like the Atlantic.
It's the vegetarian version.
Can't wait to be there. We just started slowing down a lot. Time to turn on the engines.
Papeete port control, Papeete port control. This is sailing vessel Nahoa on 1-2.
Hey, Nahoa, Papeete port, morning.
Good morning, sir. We are requesting permission to enter the port to head to the marina, over.
Okay, Nahoa, Papeete port, you may proceed, thank you.
Copy that, thank you very much. We have been in the marina for, I think, 2 weeks now. We haven't done a lot of filming. There's been a lot of boat work happening, a lot of provisioning. If you remember, we actually splashed the boat in a little atoll called Apataki. See how this goes. Really rocking hard. I don't like it. Scary. So we came to Tahiti. This is Tahiti. We are getting ready to head offshore again to head down to Tonga. But we've dropped off our life raft to be recertified. That was a big one. We have dealt with our expired fire extinguishers and had food poisoning, ate a lot of croissants and baguettes. Generally just enjoyed the marina life. There's 3 parks here for the kids. They love it. It's really nice to be land-based sometimes, even if you're on a boat. And the fees in this marina here in Tahiti aren't really that bad. They're a lot less than a lot of places we've been. The only thing that sucks is the ferry wake that comes through every day. And you can see it more on the monohulls. The masts sometimes hit on some of these pontoons because they roll so much as the ferries go by in and out to Moorea. The one thing we're doing today, though, is I have to go back up the mast and replace that trilight. If you remember last episode, we left the Tuamotus with a non-functioning trilight. No navigation lights whatsoever. So I fixed it. It was literally just water up in there. Water got into the trilight, but now I have to go back up and install it. That reminds me, I need the headsets that we tried last time so that I can talk to my wife up there. Hold on. Took a little longer to get my headset organized. Had to charge it. Anyways, that's a Australian billionaire's mega yacht. It's more like a cruise ship. But the interesting thing about it, the name of the yacht is IJE, and that stands for his kids' initials. Pretty cool, hey? On this side, we've had many little mega yachts come in. All of these mega yachts, all the crew are always cleaning their boats. That's basically what they do all day. I guess you gotta do something. It just feels like these big mega yachts are a huge amount of work. All right, hold on. As I go up the mast, here's something most boaters don't like to talk about. insurance payouts are never guaranteed. First, your boat has to be considered seaworthy. That doesn't just mean it floats, it means your fire extinguishers are up to date, your bilge pumps works, and in our case, your nav light at the top of your mast is functioning. You got 2 feet, 3, 2, 1, good. Thanks. This had a bunch of water in it, so I'm gonna drill a couple holes to let the water out. The thing is, there's not a lot of salt spray up here, so you don't have to worry about salt getting in there, and if it does get in, it'll drain out the bottom. But this is the view. We have basically moored right next to this big street. That's one of the main roads here in Tahiti. It's a pretty good marina. And these are the mega yachts. Hey, I'm higher than the mega yacht, that's cool. We're up there cleaning. Over there in the distance is Moria right there. That's the port. That's the port of Tahiti Way. Hey Ashley, can you turn on the nav light? Let's see if this thing works. Oh, we got a red, we got a green, and we got a white. Okay, can you flip that off and turn on the anchor light? Yeah, the anchor light works. Okay, cool. Okay, we're up and running. I can come back down. Just a little bit first because I gotta switch my thing again. Then there's the fine print, geographical limits. Most sailors know these and head out of the hurricane zones. But then there's the preventative maintenance that often gets missed, like replacing your sail drive diaphragms before they fail, swapping out through hulls before they corrode and fall off.
Oh my gosh!
Making sure you're not just insured, but you've proven on paper that you've done everything to keep the boat safe and seaworthy is ultimately your responsibility. Because when a total loss happens, that's when the insurance company goes digging. And if you haven't met the fine print, you might get nothing. Do you see that, Willa? They're gonna open it up. One of the things we're doing is getting your life raft serviced here because it's expired. And with insurance, you may not be required to have it, but if you don't have a valid life raft and then that causes more issues with the rescue, insurance may not pay you out or may not pay you out the full amount. So having a valid life raft is part of being in insurance requirements.
We had it repacked in Thailand. It's now expired again, and so we're having it repacked here in Tahiti. You never ever want to actually climb into one of these things, but if you do need to, you want to make sure it actually floats. So these guys are the experts, and they're going to unpack it.
What color do you think it is, Willa? Turns out they did a good job, I guess. I don't know. They vacuum packed it.
So they did not change the cylinder.
Stand on the cylinder.
The cylinder is supposed to be changed every 10 years, so it's just 10 years now, May. So we're a little late having it serviced too, because I think we'd serviced it actually on time last time.
14 and 15.
So we bought it in 15, and then we had it serviced in Thailand
In 2020.
in 2020.
You were here for a long time? To reprove it and refill it takes about 4 to 5 weeks.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's only one company who do that here.
Okay.
I guess we're here for a long time. We have no choice.
Okay.
If Nahoa sinks,
This will be our fort.
we have to climb into this.
It'll be a floating fort. Okay? We'll have cookies in there, and we'll have tea, and we'll have long, late nights. Does that sound good? Our pads? We'll see if we can get our pads in. No guarantee on that.
I think that's a no, Willa. So this is the survival pack, eh?
Two are the first aid kit.
It's got ibuprofen, antiseptic, I think
Yeah, there's a whole list. So this one's actually expired now.
That's why Viking we took it.
Okay. Are they all expired too?
24.
So it was 3 years. We thought it was 5.
Yeah, everything's expired inside.
Yes, outlets.
Yeah, I think in life rafts you need those. Apparently it's very bad in there. There's 2 medical kits. They're separate because they have different expiry dates.
So it's kind of cool to see there's a lot of stuff in here, not just the life raft itself. There's food, there's water, there's flares, obviously. There's seasickness pills, there's flashlights, bailers. There's so much stuff in here. All of it has different expiries on it, right? So they're going through each item and seeing what needs to be replaced. This is water, and it's from Thailand. You can see the Thai print on it. So they did service it in Thailand. It's good to see. As we watch our life raft get unpacked and serviced, a piece of safety gear we never hoped to need, let me hit you with a few facts. Life rafts that go unserviced for more than 3 to 5 years have a 50% failure rate upon deployment.
Relief bags.
Oh, relief bags. I see. Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you use your laptop, you have plug. It's only for this too.
To put on the relief valves. Okay.
I didn't know that.
Over 85% of life raft rescues happen within the first 72 hours. That is, if you have an EPIRB or PLB. Without such a satellite communication device, rescues can take days or even weeks if they happen at all. You can survive around 3 weeks without food, but only 3 to 5 days without water. And a standard offshore raft usually includes 3 days of water rations per person.
There's a way something like that.
Yeah, it lights up and it blows up, so it's just coming up now. See?
What do you think, guys? That's our fort. The last interesting fact is that mental stamina and group morale are significant predictors of survival in long drift cases. It begs the question, what are you going to pack to keep up your morale? Let me know in the comments down below.
When we bought the boat came with a life raft that we inflated in the 2 motus last time we were here. That was like 7 years ago or something. It didn't seem quite as sturdy looking as this one. It was bigger, and I don't remember it being quite as high.
So we're 2 hours into this life raft experiment.
We seem to be losing a little air. It's not so good. But I don't know, like, when are you supposed to do this? While you're sitting on it? Like, you're gonna have 4 people in here, and the floor's not inflated. We didn't like the pedigree of that one, so we ended up buying this one before we left the US. Yeah, this one does look...
Prettier.
Yeah, it looks prettier. I like the colors better.
Tech here has said that Viking is a good brand, so it's, I think, one of the better brands. You know, you spend all this money on something that you hopefully will never use, which is kind of crazy, but it's not crazy when you're actually having to use it. So you're really happy you have spent thousands of dollars when you're out there needing this. So good to see. Good to see this thing. So it is 6 p.m. right now here in Tahiti, and there's been a tsunami warning issued for much of the Pacific. They're taking it pretty seriously in Hawaii. They're evacuating hotels on Kona, the big island. I don't know what to do. We're going to be about 4 hours behind Tahiti in terms of waves striking here. It's only supposed to be 30 centimeter waves, but they said expect up to 2 to 3 meters, maybe more. Which in this marina would not look good, because the way it would work is the dock would just ride up over top of this pylon, and then you'd have mass carnage. Hopefully that doesn't happen. At the same time, how much do you trust that the forecast is correct and that local geography underwater doesn't influence the size of the wave here compared to, I don't know, say in Japan? Ready to go out to sea, Ashley?
Oh, really? It's happening?
All vessels anchored or otherwise moored and marquesas are advised to leave their mooring and head out to sea. If for whatever reason you're not able to leave with your vessel, you're required to leave your boat and come to shore to ensure your safety. Those aboard vessels heading out to sea are required to head out to in excess of 1,000 meters with sufficient provisions for the next 48 hours.
Oh, shoot. Can you go move our car and go back to the grocery store and get some vegetables? Because we don't have any vegetables, because I didn't shop for that today.
The other thing we're doing is we're watching news conference on Hawaii to see what's happening there. We're about 4 to 6 hours behind Hawaii.
If it's bad in Hawaii, It could be very bad here.
We did observe pretty significant waves.
This is one of those situations where you hope insurance will cover you because it does truly feel unprecedented. In the end, the tsunami was a non-event. We'd stayed in port because Hawaii had already seen minimal impact and we were 4 hours behind their timeline. Still, a useful drill, a reminder of what could happen in a marina if the surge had been bigger. Power cables in the water, debris adrift, and nowhere to run. All clear. Alert. Maybe hours away.
What are you doing?
I started my engines to see if they start. It's a basic procedure. I was a Sea Scout. Always be at the ready. I can't remember what the saying was, but I know how to throw lines. I know how to tie ropes. And I know how to make a fire.
Oh my goodness, you're funny.
Sea Scout. First Gary Oaks. First boat heading out to sea. Oh. When do you go? Do you go when everyone else is panicking or do you go before people panic? I can't decide. I'm laughing because I don't think it's going to be that big of an event, but once everyone starts panicking, I might panic too. That, my friends, right there is a moonrise. How cool is that? Yeah, the moonrises can be as good as the sunrises. So cool. We're back at anchor, but the question remains, why were there so many sinkings here in French Polynesia in May of this year? The JRCC of Tahiti, the Joint Rescue Coordination Center of Tahiti, was asked the same question. Their answer, the Marquesas and the Society Islands are not unusually dangerous, but most sailors doing the South Pacific transit coming from Panama do so by leaving Panama in February to April. And as they transit through the French Polynesia region, which is where all the sinkings were happening, you are in May. At the same time, this is the high season for the humpback time. So the humpbacks come, for example, to Moorea, which is where we're anchored currently, to have their babies and raise them. There's like a ton of humpback whales here. There's a whale, I don't know, 20 boat lengths up ahead. Go closer to the reef if you can.
Yeah, I don't want to go that much closer to the reef, dude. Like, look, we're already skimming it here.
Where everyone out here is watching whales. We've probably seen 3 at the beginning, another 2 more after that, then 3 sets of 2s. What's that? Well, we're at 9, and then there's 2 more up here. So that's just like in a span of, half an hour. So you have a high season for whales, a high season for sailors transiting this region, potentially some more challenging seas, and all of a sudden you have a lot more sinkings. I think it was most likely a statistical spike. Luckily, the French Coast Guard has saved all of the crew. Thank you to the Coast Guard and the military here. They are just phenomenal in terms of both their equipment. I think at the end of the day, if there's one thing to take away from this, is that the ocean doesn't care how new your boat is, how prepared you are, how experienced you are, or how calm the ocean is. What matters is how prepared you are for anything that can go wrong. Because at the end of the day, the thing that will go wrong is a thing that you don't expect. So keeping your safety gear serviced, knowing how to use it, and always assuming that the next problem is the one you didn't expect is the safest thing to do out here. How prepared are you with your ditch kit, your life raft, how to use your life raft, how to stop water ingress, how to repair things while you're out at sea. That's what it all comes down to. I hope that video was informative and somewhat entertaining. In the next video, we're gonna have some big news about our catamaran build, our Expedition aluminum style catamaran. There's been a lot going on behind the scenes, and we are finally going to have news to share with everything that we've been working on. So stay tuned for that. See you next time. Bye, guys.
I don't know. It's interesting. When you think of actually getting off your boat, you lose all communication. So there are those little... Jeez.
Sorry, I was trying to hold that.
Yeah, he's very loud, Steezer. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh my goodness, I totally lost my train of thought now. What were we talking about?
Wait,
When you don't know the history and you don't know the local area and you don't really understand all the... You don't understand all... My goodness. Why is it beeping so much?